I don't know who made it cute or cool or what it is, but all you guys saying that you don't come out of pocket for a girl, who the fuck raised you? Like, what is this? Like, are you like thinking all this because like you don't have a father? Like, you never saw a man treat your mother good? Like, what's the missing factor? Like, you guys, like, even those of you who have families, like your girl makes the money. Like, how can you sleep at night? How can you not stress and not hustle and not go to work? Like, how is that an actual thing? Like, I know when I was young dating and I came home, and let's say I got home and I went straight to the kitchen to eat, my dad would be like, he didn't feed you? Even now, I come home, and if I don't have like a present or something, my dad be like, and who did you go out with? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just the way that I personally was brought up, is because personally it was really just my dad and I. So I am really different. Like, unfortunately, there's a lot of women and a lot of men who grew up without fathers and who don't have that. So maybe that's a difference. But it's just so weird. Like, and I'm not talking on some like clientele trick whole shit. I'm talking about like authentic like shit, like you don't want to buy your girl a fucking teddy bear? What? Like, what? You don't know your girl's shoe size? Like, what? Like, even when I was on some whole shit, because I recently fucking retired, like, even that, I was like, no, you're gonna pick me up, you're gonna get me an Uber, you're gonna also get the room, and this is also the price. And my clients are used to that. So when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a monthly hosting event, like I was talking about earlier, they showed up. Like, I make between 2 and 6 grand a motherfucking weekend, like, minimum. And I have all my rules. I mean, and when I was more like, what I like, oh, you have to pick me up, or you have to be an Uber, or this and that, I would be lenient, and I would do like car dates, and the car dates would be between like 60 and up. When I first started, when I was 19, yes, I think it's just really simple. Sex work is work, and we need to find ways to make it completely legalized. And that's a whole different thing that I really am going to get into maybe tonight. I think I have time. If you personally don't want to come out of pocket, if you personally feel insulted or whatever, then you personally move the fuck along. All this talking shit about sex workers and whatnot, the adult industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And we're not just talking porn. We're not just talking about girls going onto set, fucking on set and shit like that we all love. Cause stall me out, we all love porn. Okay? One. Another thing, if it wasn't such a lucrative business, there wouldn't literally be motherfuckers human trafficking, literally kidnapping kids, literally entire villages of women coming up missing. Prostitution is the oldest profession. Okay? Yeah, it was more maybe it was more common for a woman to depend on a man, but look at all these men these days. They will literally have an entire family and spend all day on the fucking PlayStation, get drunk, not take care of the fucking house, not want to go to work because they feel, oh, I'm hungover, this. And it's just like, so what's the woman supposed to do? She has to get out and get it. Duh. And how many of you grew up without your fathers? Like, he deliberately left you. Like, he dead ass doesn't even know your existence. Like, that's sad. And it happens so often. I'm not talking about, the fathers that, died young. I'm not talking about, the fathers that died over. I'm not talking about those fathers. I'm talking about the fathers who learned of your mother's pregnancy and was encouraging her not to have you. I'm talking about the fathers who have kids with any and every fucking body else and don't care for them, and y'all don't even know where the fuck he is, or maybe he's a drunk at the fucking bus stop. All these scenarios, all these stories that I've listened and I've heard, if the men are not, my point is, if the men are not stepping up, obviously the women have to step out. Because explain to me, and I'm going to use my personal story, how am I supposed to be 19 years old with a toddler enrolling in my first semester of college, and I come home and the cable bill's not paid, which was my ex's responsibility? What was I supposed to do? Or that one time when the water bill, how am I supposed to wash my baby's ass? Literally having to go across, good thing I lived across the street from my best friend. I literally had to go across the street and be like, oh, can I shower? But I had a whole man living with me. Explain that. And let me reiterate, I was in my first semester of college. I was a mother of a toddler. I had a grown-ass man living in my home. And if any of you are like, oh, go get a job. Okay, let's break that down. In order to get a job, you have to apply. That takes time. You have to get an interview. You have to have interview clothes. You need to be able to get to your interview. You need to ace your interview. And your first paycheck isn't going to be until, another 2-3 weeks, depending on how their payroll is. Oh, wait, you can't even go to work unless you have childcare. Now, I'm just sharing my own personal fucking story and how I even considered getting into the industry. Also, prostitution is a misdemeanor. Drugs, scamming, all that other stuff, felony. DCFS, hello. I mean, and it's so much easier. You know that girls get hit on just going to the fucking store, damn near getting kidnapped. Hey, baby! Honk, honk. Motherfuckers busting U-turns and shit. Hey, mama, you don't hear me? I'm talking to you. Yeah, you fat ass bitch. Right? Am I right? Am I fucking right? That's okay. All those actions are okay, correct? But I'm wrong if I say, okay, yeah, $60 real quick. Take me around the block. $60 is going to pay the water bill. $60 is going to put diapers on my baby's ass. $60 is going to help with the cable bill. What are you talking about? So if you don't like it, if you don't respect it, if you're not a part of it, that is cool. That is fucking fine. But don't act like a motherfucking ding dong, and don't act like everyone's lives are the fucking same. Thank you for listening to Divas Talk.